on my camera. I don't know how that could have happened. Oh, that's much better. Okay. I don't want to be that guy, but I bought something. And this isn't a first impression video, really, because I've already opened it up. But I bought something that I've been disappointed in. Disappointed in a way that it's like the first time you get laid and you're like, man, this is going to be awesome. Then later you're like, wow, it wasn't that great. This is one of those situations. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, be sure to do so because this may get interesting. Cheyenne, do you have a minute? Can you just give me a shot right here? Hold on. Cheyenne is in the background. She's checking out some of her cool stuff that she got. And we're not here to see my pretty face, but we're here to see some neat stuff. Now, first of all, I got this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and it was on sale for $29.99. And if you watch our videos, you know that we like tomahawks. We do like tomahawks. We like making tomahawks. We like throwing tomahawks. We like using tomahawks. And I sure like selling tomahawks because that makes us a fair amount of money and keeps food on the table and the bills paid. Guys, CRKT. Now, this is a spiked tomahawk of sorts. And I put it back in the packaging for a couple reasons. One, and I do want to give props for this. As far as the safety factor on this, that we have an edge cover, and we also have a piece of vinyl tubing that protects whatever may come in contact with the angled spike right there. Hey, good deal. So right here, the first thing I notice is that this head is quite heavy. Now this is a Woods Kangee RMJ design, 1055 carbon steel, 2735. I don't know what 2735 is. Also marked CRKT with trademark. It's got a little bevel underneath that does nothing. I usually use that to just kind of make for more of a straight sight line. You can take a little bit of weight off. This needs a lot more weight taken off. The spike is very robust. It is not sharp on top or bottom or on... If it was a Japanese blade on the Kasaki, I mean, it's almost... Check that out. But there's no edge. We've got a point. So we've got some kind of bevels, but they're very convex. The blade itself is, I mean, you could use it as a hide scraper. I mean, it's generally, I try to put a better edge on my stuff than that. Minimal distal taper. And I don't know if this is forged or if it is cast, but I believe it's got some silver paint on it versus being in the white, but I could be wrong on that too. So let me get to why I pretty well hate this thing. You know, you can see I did get a bullseye because there's some red on this. First thing is first. Let's talk about the handle. This oval handle. Just an oval handle. Guys, that eye, I mean, it does appear to have some taper to it, being a bit larger on top than bottom. But check this handle out. This looks like the bottom of a claw hammer handle. Let me show you some comparison here. Here we have a cold steel spike tomahawk. Now these could have a little more taper. They do have a set screw on them. This one's dirty. You can tell that I have been using this I've been using this out in the woods, so it is used, you know, and it's holding up. Probably the same steel or comparable. This is robust, but it is not near as heavy as that head. When we make a tomahawk, we do a teardrop drifted eye. Now this drifts top to bottom, so with use, it's friction fit. It may not fit all the way around right now because I haven't hammered it in. This is a heat treated forger tomahawk head that has the adze blade on the back. It's one of our signature styles. If you guys watch any of Cheyenne's videos or have been to Turtle Island when we're teaching, you will probably have seen Cheyenne's tomahawk, and she carries a forager hawk. It's a very versatile design. More on that later. Let me continue to complain about this. One, the handle is varnished. That means that it's going to slip easy. Now, is that going to preserve it more? It might. There's no front or back. It's just oval. It is just oval. It drops in. Hey, not too bad, guys. So here's what I'm going to do. Cheyenne, can we pan over just a little bit? Wow. Let me show you how much space. Can you, how much space is under that eye? It does not hold well. And some of you may be saying, well, maybe you're biased because you make tomahawks. Maybe you're biased because you want yours to sell more. Maybe you're biased because you were born with two asses. That would be biased, right? I mean, guys. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to compare it to one of mine. I'm going to compare it to something that's also cheap. Cold steel. Is it cheap? Yep. At least affordable. This is cheap and affordable. I can fit a regular tomahawk handle to fit this. I can't to this one. I think I could probably take a hammer handle, turn it upside down, and slide it on there. That'd be a maybe. I'd almost try it. Guys, this is my cold steel tomahawk. Okay? It's got plenty of length. I feel it has a decent balance. And this right here is CRKT. The first thing I notice is it is ungodly heavy. It's very forward heavy. Now, at that point, I don't have that big of a problem with it being, you know, forward weighted. It's an axe. It should be. And for splitting, it would be ideal. But we've got a lot of room here. Maybe they're not all like this. Maybe they're on sale because they're like, I don't know. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my glasses on so I can see. And you know, that could be user error right there. It hit with the blade, but it's very heavy. It's a little harder to control because it's a lot heavier and the handle is shorter. It does wiggle. Right now it's seated pretty good, but I'll do that in a minute. You know, maybe it's not intended as a throwing hawk. As a throwing hawk, it's quite heavy. Now, I mean, let me take this off here. Let me show you. It's grabbing just up here. The longer eye offers no stability. Give me that hammer handle. This is a hammer handle. I mean, did they or did they not say, hey, we're going to use hammer handle blanks to put this together. All right. This is the CRKT spike thingy with an upside down hammer handle that has the same taper as that handle. I think that's an unfinished hammer handle. I really do. Guys, this fits the same. It actually throws better with that. You don't want that much play. You really do not. At least I sure don't. Now, as far as versatility, does that mean that I could get maybe a long hammer handle and replace it? Okay, I like that in theory, but
make the taper better.
The eye has to fit the handle. The handle has to fit the eye. This does not. I mean, it does briefly, but there's so little. I mean, literally, that is at the widest point. If you drive it in any more, you're going to, you risk losing the head here. Now let's go to the spike. I wonder if I can do it upside down. Almost.
It's heavier.
It's a lot heavier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why you would want something. It's not balanced well, by any means. I mean, does it bite deep? Yeah, it did. It did, but no, I mean, for $30, am I happy with my purchase? No, I'm really not. This is well, it's there. I mean, am I the biggest fan of cold steel? No. Why do I buy a cold steel tomahawk? Because I can't make that for that money. This has, I mean, a reasonably tight head on it. I'd use this quite a bit. I mean, clearly I've used it quite a bit. Edge retention is what it's what you get. With 1055 and a cold steel product, your edge retention is going to be, well, what it is. I'm not going to badmouth it too much. So I expect similar performance as far as edge retention out of this, but one thing I notice is when I come back here, like this really just wants to go. Ergonomically, it's not a nightmare, but it's not that great. Would I rather have this over a camp axe? I don't know. I mean, it was $29.99, and it is. I'm glad I didn't pay any more than that for this particular piece. Now, something I am going to show you. It did come with a little bit of literature, if you will. You know, confidence in hand. How to avoid being asked to work the weekend by your boss. Tell your boss you have a family emergency, fake an illness. Cut a hole in the ceiling with your kiss knife and climb out. Well, that's kind of neat. So, I mean, I do like that. Innovation, integrity to us, nothing matters more. And then this tells you how to assemble the product. For a lot of us, I'd say that should be, pretty straightforward common sense on how to put this together. But I have seen people try to put stuff together upside down. I was going to say, don't tell me that fits better. No, that's actually much worse. So where it seats here, this actually does show that that's smaller. with a better handle, it might, you know, there may be some improvement. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I mean, it didn't say these are seconds or anything like that, but I'm not impressed by the integrity or lack of integrity of the piece. Now, should that come out? Absolutely. Should I be able to take that out to carry it in a pack? If that's what you do, hey, that's your thing. Should I be able to take it out to replace it? If I throw it and I hit handle first, I'd rather knock that out and then be able to reset it than have it break. I like the no wedge design, so I do like that. I do like spikes. I do like the little kind of the trapper's notch right here for hooking trap chains and whatever. At least that's one of the original purposes of that. Can I make this better? Can I improve upon this? Yeah, I could. I am kind of curious about if this is a casting or a forging. Cheyenne, do you want to look that up? It says it's 1055 carbon. I'm going to guess that it is likely not differentially hardened, being that we have contact points here and here, so it's likely not differentially hardened, which with modern steels and proper heat treat is not necessary compared to some of the others. Now on ours, this is a full quench, but with the thicker areas, they do retain heat, so we end up with a differentially hardened piece. Really not trying to plug our product right now. Looking more into the whole matter of.
It is hot forged.
Okay, they say it is forged, so I'd imagine it's a die forging, just like any of the others. I was concerned that it would be a casting, and some castings can be okay. This, yeah, that does look like it's, yeah, that's where it's been trimmed. So yeah, it's going to be drop forged or die forged. Although I don't like it, you might. You might be going, hey, you know, I like their knives. I want that tomahawk. I have cold steel tomahawks, and I also have. I got one cold steel knife I use in the kitchen.
So the handle is actually Tennessee hickory.
Okay. Well, it came from a good state at least, you know, for the handle. Now on, this is, I expected it to be marked.
The coating on it is magnesium phosphate.
Okay, so there is a coating on it. There's plenty of material, there's plenty of meat here. What do I think would make a world of difference on this would be a different eye and a different handle. I think that would make a world of difference. The height of the eye is good for stability, but you have to be in contact with the handle for that. So at least maybe a different handle design. I thought I was going to get it home and be like, yeah, man, I've been wanting one of these for a while, and be really happy and impressed with it. And I was not happy and impressed with it. But, you know, it's a cool piece. And right now it's going to come out in Knife Works, at least this past weekend. You can pick them up for $29.99. And
so it is a camp axe.
It's a camp axe.
Yes.
I don't know why you would want a spike on a camp axe, and why you would want a throw. I mean, what I would refer to as a throwing handle, because this is made to come out of your hand. It's not made for retention. I get a better grip on this particular piece. But
Spike knife sharpener.
the spike is a knife sharpener? How the hell is a knife sharpener? That's a pretty good butt scratch. Not really. You want to use it as a butt scratcher, you can. Back scratcher, maybe. I mean, it has the weight of a camp axe, but you don't have, I mean, you've got a tomahawk-ish handle, and I suppose it's probably easier to produce these handles, which I still think they're sourcing from a hammer handle manufacturer, to where it doesn't have to be the teardrop shape like you see on a lot of tomahawks. And not all of them. There's no rule that says it has to be drifted from top down with a non-wedge friction fit handle, but that's kind of how I like mine. Then again, I also like women that don't have penises, but sometimes other people still think that that qualifies as a woman with the extra equipment. There, I did get that. Now it kind of makes me wonder what fell behind there, which makes me think I've got another axe back there.
It also sounded like a throwing knife.
I think it was a throwing knife back there. Anyway, it does throw. Will it chop? Yes. Or is it the best retention in my hand? Absolutely not. Is the weight a bit bulky? Yes, it is. Do I think with a little bit of work it could be better? I do, and for the price, you can afford to do that.
They are becoming discontinued.
I bet I can figure out why they're becoming discontinued. And there's going to be some people who'd be like, "Well, can you do a better job?" I sure as hell can. And if you'd like to find that out, be sure to get a hold of us, and be glad to let you know what we have in stock, guys. Cold steel, CRKT, affordable, yes. A good value for the money. It's a low. It's what's the term? The nice term, budget friendly. It's a budget friendly option for a tomahawk, especially for a spiked tomahawk. I wouldn't think that would be a combat piece by any means. I mean, that'll go through, I'm sure you put that through a car door, metal barrel, whatever, but it's slow. This, I mean, the balance is quite slow. I mean, it starts feeling good about here, but that would be a very short tomahawk. Putting a top bevel on this, that would reduce some of the weight. Increasing the lower bevel would definitely improve the aesthetic. And this very, very robust spike with the 120 grit. That might even be an 80, I don't know. Rather coarse grind on that, you know. Well, bring yours over here.
Big and bulky.
There's one of Cheyenne's. Actually, that was your first spike tomahawk you made, wasn't it?
I wanted a big one so that I could
And
actually.
you know, for a bulky, this is about the same size. It's slightly shorter handle, and she has more of a crescent edge on this. Not as great for throwing, but she uses this one in the woods. It's got the heavy spike on it. Hey, what more to say? Besides, be sure to like and subscribe. We've got more videos coming out, and be sure to share it out. And if you're foraging, be sure to get it hot, pound it hard. Almost sounds like dating in your 20s, right? You guys have a great one. We'll catch you in a few.